Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to S-Rank. My name is Ethan. As always, like, subscribe, all that jazz. We're finishing up Final Fantasy II today, Pixel Remastered here on the PlayStation 4. We played, I guess, for 3 minutes shy of 16 hours. It felt like a lot longer than that. But granted, we only did 3 streams of it. Our first stream was mainly just kind of messing around with the leveling up system in this game. I had played this game, but not too far, and I found way back in the day the kind of weird way this game treats experience and leveling up skills and whatnot as like funny, and I didn't really feel jazzed about actually playing through the game. But we spent that entire first stream of this game just like grinding ourselves up. And then stream 2 and stream 3, we just kind of blew through everything with ease. And now we're here, stream 4, the finale. I'm looking at a kind of walkthrough that just generally just kind of, goalposting out each section, saying, here are how many treasure chests, here are how many enemies, what the new stuff is, what the missable stuff is, because there is missable things in this game. And then generally looking, be like, alright, did I get all this stuff before we move on? Cool. Looking, we're really close to it. Granted, trophy-wise, we're not even halfway percent-wise through this list. That's because all of the trophies left are like, get 100% of all the enemies, 100% of all the locations, 100% of all the treasure chests, all that type of stuff left. Passwords, get a spell to max level, get a weapon skill to max level. We're gonna get all that stuff today. Easy peasy. I don't remember exactly where we left off. It looks like we, according to our little screenshot there in the save file, ended up right after, I believe that is Castle Fynn? F-Y-N-N. We just did the Cyclone. And I think we learned that our friend is like a bad guy now, or something. Something like that. Let's load in. Figure out what the heck we were doing. I love the way this game looks. And I used my workaround, but I fixed the new capture card's weird issue, where it doesn't want to send the full signal. It's either the capture card or the HDMI cable, or a combination of the two. I think it's a combination of the two, because the HDMI cable on its own, perfectly fine. I have this 100-foot fiber optic, one-way HDMI cable, HDMI 2.1 cable. And I have this new capture card to replace my old capture card, and my TV would flicker out. The feed here, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. My TV would like flicker out, and as it would go on, my workaround was using this old, as of like 2018 old, HDMI 2.0 Rocketfish splitter. It was expensive. This was like $80 when I purchased this back in like 2018. And had no use for it because I actually wanted a really cheap splitter to split HDCP off of a PlayStation 3. So I could actually stream and record it. But I'm using this Rocketfish HDMI 2.0 splitter for this PlayStation 5 setup here, where the PlayStation 5 goes to the splitter. Then one goes to the capture card. Nothing passes through the capture card, it's just captured directly to the PC. And then the other splitter end just goes to the TV. They're really unnecessary. The capture card is a pass-through box. Little lame, but still. Actually, the way it works, there should theoretically be less lag between what I see on the TV and what happens on the capture display, since both are receiving the signal at once. I actually think OBS gets it a couple milliseconds sooner than the television. But when I play normally without recording or anything like that, I'm just PlayStation 5 directly to the television. Okay. I did want to look. That's right, we have Ricard, the Dragoon. Is he the first Dragoon in Final Fantasy? I know everyone thinks of Kain Highwind from Final Fantasy IV. He is in the logo, after all, even though he's not the main character. That's how cool he is. They're foreshadowing his betrayal. Ricard the First Dragoon. Final Fantasy 2. Chocobos. First Chocobos. Right? Not the first airship, right? Airship in the first game. Right? We did 2 streams of it. Dragoon. Chocobo. Firsts. Oogles? There were dwarves in that first game. Alright, I wanted to check the bestiary, which is hidden away in configuration. Weird. There is literally a spot. The main menu here has a slot before it reaches the time and all that. You could have just had a like, I don't know, a spot there for bestiary. I guess, what am I really even looking for? That's right. Excuse me. Sid. There's first Sid. Airship owner. He died. He let us borrow his airship, but he's giving it to us because he's dying. He died. That's right. We have the airship. Now we're going to Almesia, which is... We need to get the airship. Two new enemies here. They are not missable. The Sandworm and the Scissors Jaw, 74 and 32. Okay. I just noticed, by the way, the in-game time said like 13 hours. Versus like the side of 16. There's no like in-game time a day, so that's save files on time spent playing. Does it not advance that timer when the game is paused? It's a very Squaresoft thing to have your in-game timer still happening on the pause, you know, on the menus here. Drove me crazy in Kingdom Hearts. Drove me absolutely crazy. Yeah, maybe that's where our hour and a half discrepancy comes from. Time spent while paused. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Yeah, we cross bridges like that. Right, we need to find our ship. Do the regular ship. Take that to pick up the airship. Airship on the map there. Right, I can control the eyes of the mini-map to being stupidly big. Let's see. So 16 is the cap here. Guy will hit that first with the axes. Looks like. And then we can, I love the way they render the water. So cool. Okay. And then for magic, well, he's almost there. Oh, let's, we need to restock our MP. Go back town here and sleep at the inn. Remember when this big worm thing was like a boss? There's one of them. Now there's 4 of them here right outside the castle as a random enemy. Great, we've been overpowered. Full damn game. I had heard, and I don't know how much of this is true, I'd heard that the Saga games, for which I'm not sure which is mainline and which is like, there's Romancing and Frontier. I don't know what the I don't know where all that shakes out. I've never looked at the release timeline of the Saga games, of the Final Fantasy Legend Game Boy, until, I don't know. I have this PS5 remake thing that came out last summer. I digress. I had heard that this style of like leveling and all that stuff went on into those games. So I'm actually kind of curious. I mean, I own a lot of them. I've never played any of them, but I'm interested in trying them out. I mean, there's a lot of RPGs, a lot of Square games specifically I would love to play. Too many, honestly. Too many. If only I had the time. Alright, now let's go get our ship. And I think the other blue dot on this map here is probably the airship then. Now that it is ours. Oh, they cast lightning. That's why they're called boldfish. I just figured, you know, like, oh, they're like electric eel, you know, they zap you when they bite you. Nope, they just cast thunder. Or whatever version of thunder that was, Thunder 3. Oh wait, you could have walked over there. I'm like, do you need the ship in order to get to the airship? Like, you need to dock the ship there? But no. I didn't know if that was their way of like ensuring that your sailboat ship is guaranteed to be in a certain area, you know, for later. All right, we have the boat. Where are we going? I need a refresher here. Okay, we're heading to Castle in the Desert. Yeah, this is where we're going. However, we want to mess around here in the desert for the sandworm and scissor jaws. There's sandworm. Kill these things. Okay, so that's that enemy down. Lots of money. Scissor jaws, and we'll enter in Castle Palmacia, for which there are 17 chests. They are all missable. This area apparently is, we can't go back. 5 new enemies, they are missable. There's says, oh, gross. God. Imagine walking in the desert and seeing one of these big scissor jaws. Man, I don't know. That would be one of those things where it's like, I need to find a way to kill myself before this thing gets the chance. As dark as that is, like, there's no way I'm letting that thing get me. Well, we have a save file right before this. Anyway. Okay, so 17 chests. And we can check, so we're not going to be blindly counting, but playing it a little bit safe. 5 new enemies, so the 5. Oh, so sorry, there's 5 new enemies, but there's also 5 missable enemies. A couple of the enemies from the previous Cyclone dungeon are also here. So the Black Knight is new and missable. The Coeurl, Coeurl, is a big electric cat. That's new, not missable. Imperial Shadow, new, not missable. The Skull, new and missable. And Stone Golem here is new and missable. So we are good. Ouch. Alright, what magic was he using? Here, but specialty fire. Hers was thunder. Blizzard. Thunder 8. Fire 8. Blizzard 8. He just has high defense. This should be good for our weapons. There we go. Remember, we can turn encounters off to make ourselves run faster. I'm excited after this is the finale for this. If I'm doing it this early in the day, so I guarantee it happens. And I'm excited to then move on to Final Fantasy. You know, it'll be the next Final Fantasy for us to do. I'm excited. I've never played it. Killer Mantis and Vampire Girl. Okay, we've killed those. Okay, our first chest. Diamond Cure. I don't understand. Black Garb, what does that do? Increases their agility. I mean, they're barely getting hit at this point. Wood Golem fought them before. Weird, it does not. Wood Golem does not pop up on this walkthrough. It's like, here are the enemies. So they clearly did not see this one. That's happened a couple times in this PSN profile. So. Right. This game loves empty ass rooms. Guys, magic defense went up. Now it's 9 times. Or 10 times 90. Not entirely sure what that means. Does that mean, like, that percentage affects 10 hits? Now, Wood Golem's pretty common. There's no way this was rare. They just didn't write it down. Okay, I can lean back. Because I don't need to be sitting forward. I can sit on a stool. I can lean back. Gotos. But this thing was also a boss. This thing was supposed to be like a character, which was weird. I was like, oh, this is a really messed up man. Look at it. And then, like, it's just a reoccurring enemy. It doesn't make any sense. Haste Cone. Did I ever teach anyone haste? don't think anyone knows haste. Okay, she's gonna forget Berserk. We're going to... Oh, wow. Picking up books. Huh. Okay, she knows haste. Love haste. Final Fantasy X. Cast haste on all your dudes. Cast slow on all their dudes. You go like 20 times in a row before they get a chance. Best. Amoeba, this was missable, but we fought it in the Cyclone. Hey, we're fighting another one anyway. Now we know for a fact that we got it. Another goat got toes. Cards, health went up. Okay, second floor. Back down. Check out this other... Oh wait, these are stairs, so it's not like the doors. Okay. Alright. Gotta make sure we fully explore all this. I wanna miss anything. For instance, there's a chest down over here. Oh, there's the skull. Missable. New. We're fighting it. Dead. Now it's just the Black Knight, the Coerl, and the Imperial Shadow. Are the new things. The Black Knight is missable. Definitely new. We want to go... I want to go back to this other stairs because this led to a dead end treasure chest. I should have investigated that before going back down. Okay. Right, because we can look at the map. That's in the top right corner, bottom right corner. Here's bottom left. Oh, there's the Black Knight. Cool. This whole thing is all said and done. Shield, potion. There. I always, as a kid, referred to them as effort. Effort. Like Kingdom Hearts would have them, I would call them Ether. Ocean and Ether. Pokemon also. But you never really use the ethers or any of that stuff in Pokemon, because that just refilled your power points. It's funny. I bet, honestly, kind of outdated design. I mean, like, the competitive scene needs, obviously, limits on how many times you can use a move. I get it. But, like, the entire Pokemon combat is, like, I don't know, really outdated. And they've also moved, like, those games on from being a Dragon Questian style RPG with dungeons, you know, caves, the woods, the ghost tower, all that stuff, to being more of just like every 3 trainers, someone will just heal all your dudes. Excuse me. And like, you know, more about just having a fun adventure with Pokemon. Plus of a, oh no, I gotta make it through this, you know, the next town type of Pokemon game. So, the whole kind of combat, I don't know. I love it. Don't get me wrong. And the age target has to be wide enough to reach 4-year-olds. So you cannot make a hard Dragon Questian style RPG out of Pokemon anymore. You can't make it like too rage-inducing for children. Can't make them sad. Give them a challenge, but you can't make them sad. I never finished Final Fantasy 16. Thinking about, like, you know, after this game we're doing Final Fantasy 3 and then 4, 5, 6 with the Pixel Remaster. I already have the Platinum in 7. Like 5 years ago. If there was ever a new version of that, I would obviously, you know, plop that in. But I never finished 8, so we'll have to do that Platinum. Never even played 9. Started the Platinum for 10 6 years ago. One bottom level. Started, 10 is my favorite. I played it many times. But for the sake of the trophies, 6 years ago, I think this was before Remake came out. Final Fantasy 7 Remake, it is. Started that, it's a long journey. It'll be a very long series when you get to there, for sure. For sure. I never even finished that playthrough. Like, there was just a lot of, like, gotta make sure we do this, alright, now let's do this, now let's do this. It was very long and different. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. And I did the Chocobo race in that, like, within the first, like, 5 tries or something like that. Or first try? Maybe not first. Someone was in my Twitch chat. It was like, oh my god, I can't believe you did this. Imperial Shadow. Hey, it looks like, the Emperor. And there you go. Gives us no money. Gives us nothing. Gives us a Thunder Spear. Is that an equipable thing? Or... Fancy. Good. Ooh. Sorry. My apologies. And then 10-2, I played and beat that game, but I never, back on PS2, never, what's it called, started the Platinum Trophy runs at all, because I wanted to do 10 first. We have 10-2. I have played a little bit of 12 back in the day. I was excited for it, so I loved 10. Did not like 12 that much. I did not play it that much. But because I didn't play it that much, you know, it was just not the game I was expecting. I hated the characters as a teenager. I hated those characters. I have the platinum for, but honestly 2020. I think so. No, 21. After the PS5 had come out, but I went back to it. Yeah, got that platinum. Long, stupid grind. Love that game, but long, stupid grind for that platinum. 13-2, I never finished. I am on the final boss, and I moved, and I stopped. So, but it's a long ways away to get, you know, from here to that game, trophy hunting. But, you know, eventually you get there. You know, by then, I'm sure remakes 13 and all that. Re-releases, more likely. Yeah, we'll pick up that save file. Then Lightning Returns, I started, and it was, I don't know, just to go. Did not play much. I don't think I liked the premise at all. I didn't like the premise. I didn't like that, like, just lightning. Didn't like that, like, all her friends hated her or something like that. Didn't really care for the whole, like, you gotta be, like, the what's the word for person who spiritually saves other people. Whatever it was, but you were basically like the world's ending and you got to like move their souls on or something. What happened to this game? What happened to this series? The 13 series. I loved that first game so much. All these characters. Felt like the concepts of 13-2 and Lightning Returns would have better been suited for brand new Final Fantasies, not that world. 14. I almost said never played. No, I own it on PC. Started it in 2018. I think I made it through the tutorial and was like, I'll play this another time. And then time card ran up and I'm like, yeah. But that was on PC. I guess I would play it on PS5. I have it on PS3. Which I don't think you could run. No, I don't think you could run it. Like, connect online. But I don't think any of them just no longer support it. Stop making expansions for that version. I think they made one expansion, Heaven's War, because I also own that, physical versions. Okay, our weapon skills are finally going back up. It's here. Right, chest to our left as we go up. Like there's a door. Who's the door first? And then go to the stairs. I'm gonna be mad if that door is empty. Because that room behind that door is empty. And then 15 I have the platinum for. Although there's DLC stuff I never got the trophies in. Or not all of them. I played all of them. Then they had a multiplayer DLC mode. Which was weird to have an entire multiplayer game be DLC. It was a really bad idea. And so they ripped it out of that game and spun it out as its own thing, but then that means you couldn't get the trophies for the version that was DLC anymore. And that really made me mad. So I don't think I'm returning to 15. Yeah, I don't think I'm returning to 15. Heart's health enough. Let's actually take a moment here to heal. Really neat. And he's almost at 16. How do we like teleport? You enter a dungeon, use it. You enter a dungeon, use it. You enter a dungeon, use it. Oh, but it uses HP, so basically it's like, we're gonna kill you for using this. And 16, Final Fantasy 16. Never finished that game. I'll go back and finish it. I will platinum. Maybe, you know what? Maybe what we'll do is I'll save that platinum when we get to that. We get to that game, but I'll have finished the game because there's a there's a hard mode run you need to do, so maybe we'll save that run for the platinum. And then 7 Remake. Finished that platinum. I should have finished the game. I finished platinum PS4 or PS5. I don't know why. Nothing's like compelling me to go. Go start it. Back up. Get it. Go hype for that game. Three chests. Wizard staff. See what's in chest number 3 in a second. I'm 16. Healing staff. Another Jabroni staves. But still, good to pick up item. I'm looking at the captions here. Why did they say number 26? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. That'll make sense. Fine. General, this guy, we fought him before, but he is listed as missable here. Still, so I guess it's good that we're fighting him. And there's lots of the spin-off games, Final Fantasy spin-off games, get trophies as well. And other Square RPGs. So what, we just have to fight the Coero. Enemy here. Make sure we get all 73 chests. Diamanda. Very linear castle here. Alright, well there's 2 sets of stairs. Let's check the closer one. Looks like they are separate still. So there's a chest here, more stairs, so we'll continue our path here. Your holes in the wall like that, if I understand. And then see where this goes, keeping in mind, putting a pin in it. We'll have to go back and try the other branch. I need to blow my nose. This like weirdly only happens when I'm streaming. That like, maybe it's because I'm talking a lot. Maybe it's because the light shining in my face is causing a reaction in my body. I don't know, give me a second here. I will say, it is not a gunk-filled nose. It's more of a just like, it's not seized up. That sounds a little dramatic, but like, congested. kind of feeling of like, yeah, it's just tight in there. You can breathe through the left. This happens during streams. The combination of the fact that I'm talking a lot, light shining on me. But podcast, that doesn't happen in podcasts. Huh. Yeah, lots of Final Fantasy to monsters. There's the Coerals, all 5 of them. Kitties. Lots of Final Fantasy to platinum. So this is a long haul of a journey. Honestly, all 3 of these series, Metal Gear, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, there's a lot of games I still need to platinum. So, in the case of Final Fantasy, a lot of games I've never played. Ungrade, is that better? It is better. So, Rune Axe. I missed that. Poison Axes. Goes right. Okay. Right. This path here. I do expect, though, that by the time we were to reach 13, I'm sure by then they'll have a remaster out, so tentatively slotting that in my mind of like, yeah, we will do 13 again. It's like, I mean, that game came out 15 years ago. It's still only stuck on 360 and PS3. Granted, you could play it backwards compatible on the 360 on the Xbox Series X. And the PC version's okay. I have that, the version of the game. You have to use a mod and download like 80 gigabytes or something even higher than that, probably, of all of the FMV videos to get better versions in that PC version of the game. The video player at the PC version of the game uses is based off the same version that they use for the 360 version of the game. PlayStation 3 version is like flawless for all those like cutscenes, FMV videos, whatever you want to call them at this point. Look this map here. So downloading all those PS3 versions of the cutscenes and then having the mod just inject them in the PC version is like a must. Video looks all blocky. Yeah, low bitrate. There's this door here, and then it's a dead end. Which is good, because... No, not a dead. We're going to walk through that bottom left wall. Bet we can walk through that wall. It's going to be empty, watch. Oh no, chests. This game loves to do, overwhelming majority, all but one room is empty. Every floor. It has multiple doors. They're all empty. But you check them all anyway, because sometimes there's 2 that have stuff. Or sometimes there's nothing. Any of them. So I'm shocked at the pace of this game's doors. Alright. Elixir. 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 Okay. Bet we can walk through this world. Photos. Oh. Huh. How the hell do we get over there? But am I dumb? Dumb. 2 more chests. I bet they're in that door. Would bet. Like, usually how this game has handled, like, the fake walls and stuff is usually, like, just one wall you walk through laterally. Final Fantasy 1 had the, like, and 4 from what I remember, had the, like, walk through and up and around. Weirdly, this isn't giving me any ideas, but we'll move on. We'll just keep a mental note of that, I guess. Because now we have to go to... There's all the way over here. Get in that door. Old fire. The bottom of the list. Stone that deals fire damage. Sure. Alright, and to double check, 17 out of 17. We got all the chests here. You confirm. We're going to check Bestiary for ND1. Black Knight, got it. 111, Coeral, got it. 71, Imeva, got it. 6, General, got it. 86, Imperial Shadow, Got it. E2. Go. Got it. 94. Stone Golem. Okay. Alright, I guess we're gonna go fight boss here. I expected you'd come, Furion. You really think you can kill me? Ah, both of you. Why do you insist on fighting, Leon? Speak words from the weak. You know it rules the world. Power, sheer power. The Imperial throne is mine. We cannot survive without the strong to control them. How many lives did the rebels throw away when they chose to oppose the Empire? Illusions of grandeur not come to Leon. I find the thought of you as Emperor quite deliciously absurd and ends now. This world can have but one Emperor, and I am he. Back from the dead. 5? What are you? Not that it matters, the Empire is mine now, and I have no intention of handing it over. Empire, ha, I have no need for such trifles now. All the world shall fall by my hand. Powers I gained in hell. Okay. Your blood will be the first to spill. All the wyvern. Okay. Ricard, what are you doing? A little trouble spilling the blood of Rickard Highland lasted the dragoons. Here to the dragoons lend me their strength. Why are we taking Leon with us? He's literally trying to become world dictator. Why are we taking him? Oh, that's cool. Nice. Pouring it from below. Tyrion, what's happened? You're the Dark Knight. Let's start explaining. The Emperor has risen from hell. Rickard died so he could escape. Joseph and Lucid, Rickard all dead. I don't know how much more I can take. As long as the Emperor lives, more will die. Fuck this guy. And his weird low brow. Look at his head. I mean, I guess Guy is also like that, but like his hair covering, like Leon kind of looks. Princess, let Leon join us, please. The Dark Knight, a rebel. Leave the decision to you. Leon, let's fight the Emperor together, please. Yeah, Furion. Alright. I wanted to be king of the world. Leon joined the party. Can we have the pirate lady back? She at least had a cool game plan. Like a dagger and sword. It's like her kind of recommended / default. Alright. Next section. I is acting up. Hand is it? Oh. Okay. One more password. Talk to the prince. Yeah, the pirate lady. Emperor sold his soul to the devil. Once the monsters of hell poured forth into the world, they entered the passage using the path known as the Jade Passage. That's supposed to be me learning all 15 passwords. Oh, okay, we need to exit the conversation. I'm like, shoot, did I miss one? Did, like, what happened here? We're good, we're good. 2 more locations. 22 enemies. And 24 chests are left. So, yeah. Alright, why don't we eat ourselves? I'm gonna make a new save. We're also supposed to be getting Excalibur weapon. Why are we panning all the way down? Not me. Okay, I guess we'll go there. Sure. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna make a save. Portrait. You can get to the back. Almost there. Let's get into a fight. And I guess we want Guy to attack us. Sure. We're about to get the Excalibur weapon. Give me a random again. I turned the counters off. That's on me. Let's clear these all down to one guy. Mike. Oh, don't cast haste. Now I have to cast haste. Oh yeah, I don't know what weapons he has. Oh, he poisoned me with the poison axe. Great. I think this should be good. Open. Okay, yep, axe is leveled up. Okay, so what we're gonna do is get the Excalibur weapon. Oh, there we go. Magic Tactics. Is Leon a sword and an axe? Okay, we're going to Diced, where the Dragoon people used to live. We're gonna get the Excalibur weapon, beat ourselves up for a little bit. Find this one. I like how her name is just Mom. Kurt's gone too, then. He was a noble dragoon. I'm sure he was pleased that he could die and then live on. We'll leave Dice behind and find a new place to live. Oh, too many painful memories within these walls. I meant to blah, blah, blah. Oh, I meant to thank you for saving the Wyvern Egg and for giving me the chance to see Rickard one last time. That's why I want you to have this. This was the most treasured possession of Dragoons of Dice. Excalibur. Oh, another trophy. So then what I had read for quickly gaining sword levels is Excalibur and the Blood Sword. This, have him attack himself, and I think he heals himself. His own stuff. I think that's what I had read. Get some encounters going. Oh, the blood sword. Alright. What? What? That would have killed him. So you have to have them back themselves. You can't auto battle it, they'll just start fighting other guys. Let's get this weapon skill all the way up. Healing him. Once we get something to 16, then we'll move. one thing too to remember, I don't think you can level up something multiple times per fight. So maybe it's best that we end this fight now. Yeah, so he's almost at 16. Might as well use magic. Might be it. Might be able to get guys access to 16. This blood sword thing is a little bit weird. It looks like it's swapping. It looks like it's swapping stuff. Like the damage and then the health or something. Not entirely sure what's going on with it. We're also fighting zombies, so... Like, that attack does the remaining health he has, but then also heals him at the same time for that same amount. Weird. Weird. Have the last wyvern as an item to use? Okay. Let's see if this does enough. No, not quite. Not moving up at all. Maybe instead of having them attack themselves, I'll have Furion and Guy attack each other. After we clear house here a little bit. I was reading this about the blood sword. The blood sword works by giving your party member the amount of damage you hit an enemy back in HP, therefore attacking and healing at the same time. The leveling system in Final Fantasy 2, however, what you can do to get up to 16 with a sword and get the trophy is to get into battle where you haven't gotten a threat of dying from an enemy, which is Lord Lee, using the party member with the blood sword to get them to keep attacking themselves. They will take health off themselves, but immediately get it back. Keep doing this over and over, and you'll see slow but steady progress. Maybe I shouldn't have. Let's get out of this fight. I'm going to move the blood sword to his on hand and put the shield back on. If that does anything. I wish that these could be sorted. So it's the undead guys that are like weirdly messing up how that blood sword. Oh, I didn't heal him. Oh, I think he's gonna die. I don't have anything better than a ice potion or X potion. The first one had it. Or we never really tried. He might be able to learn it. Just never considered it. Slowly healing himself. Okay, he's back at max. Spend the time just to get Fury back up to max. Not that it really matters, but I want to see that number. I want to see high numbers. Yeah, it's weird. He should be able to kill himself. Be able to one-shot himself. honestly, it's probably wise to end this fight. See where the chips lay. Not seeing an increase. Let's check the bestiary here, because it says from this point onwards, where we're going next, point of no return. Let's double check. It has all the enemies that we should be missing left. So 34, 37, okay. Got 47, okay. 51, what was 51? What, 51? It wasn't important because we're gonna have to go fight that because that's not on this list. But 60 and 62. We have 60. Okay, that's 62. 67. We have that. Okay, so it says we should be missing that. 69. We have that. Says we should be missing that. 70. 72. We have that, says we should be missing it. 75, okay. 89. $95. 119. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. I'm sure these are like the final gauntlet ones. Okay, so then... $51. We need to do cleanup here. Find these guys. $51 is the Gigantode. On the world map, Diced Cavern. We're right at Diced here. Alright, find this Gigantode. Gotta make sure we heal. We'll clean up, find these last few remaining enemies, and then double check the treasure chest stuff. Double check all that. Should not be hard. And then I guess we move on. No points. Get it. Not expecting to, maybe we need to go down to the bottom floor. Right, the blood sword is going to do the opposite on the guys. It's going to heal us and damage us. Doesn't quite make sense. But I understand, obviously, the inverse of healing magic on undead hurts them. Alright, first things first. Why not? 4 more points. Ooh, she's low on magic now. Okay, let's turn... I don't remember. This was an annoying dungeon, if I remember correctly. Let's see if we get down to the bottom. Maybe it was on the bottom floor that there was... Gigantoad. Good. Alright, this is the bottom floor. Gigantoad. Please. Getting a lot of these guys. No Gigantoads. And then these guys are also new, so not new, but like we're still seeing the table here. Okay, this is saying that Gigantoads are not found here. This guide has it saying, oh yeah, it's found here, but then also not. Doesn't. use a different source. Cave of Mysidia. Basement 4 treasure room. That's where we're going. This with this other person room. Get cracking. We're gonna go to a town and heal. Have to find the cave of Mysidia again. That like stop at stop here. Going in here. Wasn't Mysidia like down here? Ah, figured it out. Okay. Basement floor. The basement 4. Basement floor, the treasure room. One of the doors must have had treasure in it. That is where this person had found the Gigantode. Boros. Hey, there we go. There's Giganto. Okay, now we can look on and see what the next enemy that we should have already gotten. 34 and 37 to be expected. 47 to be expected. 60 we already have. 62 is to be expected. 64 we already have. 7 we already have. 9 we already have. 70 is to be expected. 72 we already have. 5 is to be expected. 89 is to be expected. 88 though. 88. 88 we still. The Mantis King. What's up, Devin? How's it going? Music's a little bit too loud. Turn the volume down. I'm looking at the levels here. I'm louder than the music, according to OBS. If that's not the case, then that's strange. Okay, the Mysidia world map has the Mantis King. Which we are inside the cave. We'll just hop right back outside. Do I teleport? You. I can teleport like two. Weird. During the battle, you could barely hear me. Oh, we'll take a look at the levels then. Fight. Her cure up. So, Mantis King, somewhere around here. Those are 50. You know, they made these guys look kind of cute with their big eyes. Oh, look at this. With their guys. Mantis King better be a Bugman. I think he's just a gigantic praying mantis. Some of these old Final Fantasies operate on the, hey, we have like 200 enemies, but really there's like 30 or 40 enemies, and there's recolored versions of them that are stronger. You know what I mean? So we've seen giant praying mantises before. I'm sure the Mantis King is just like, I don't know, orange or something like that, you know. But I love the salamander. He's got a weird rock on his tongue. I think I actually remember us skipping this, or not being able to find this Mantis King. It was like, oh yeah, now there's some new enemies after you did this part of the story. We're close to platinum this. We can find the last few remaining enemies, then move on to the point of no return, finish the game out. And we'll have this game platinum today. Depending on how long that takes. I might move that Kingdom Hearts stream up earlier. I have that set for 5. Weird tickle. Very weird tickle. Yeah, I like a lot of the redesigned enemies in this game. And what I also like is that, so we did Final Fantasy 1 first, and they made the first 6 Final Fantasies in this style in a collection, but they're actually sold separately unless you buy them all for like $75 as a collection, and the physical version was like $75, or however much it was. But anyway, point being is that like all the games are done in the same art style, yet I'm pretty sure from my memory of that first game, even if there are goblins, you know, in that first game and there are goblins here, it's a different drawing. Like the enemies seem to be different, even if there's reoccurring enemies, you know what I mean? Alright, maybe we need to wander a bit further out. Maybe in the forest area. Because there are some cool, backgrounds as well. I like that forest. Alright. Off right quick. Getting the tilt shift camera for the airship. Park right here. Back on. Walk through the woods. We're the same guys, but oh, so Mantis King. Enemy 88 in the bestiary. A great number. My storage unit, 88. But, that's up the other day. 89, which we're gonna find in the final area, is titled, excuse me, Mantis Devil. Which makes me think it is a red version of the gigantic Mantis enemy. These things I hate. 5 mana. And sword leveled up. I guess Leon stays in the party at the end of the game. We're gonna walk into the swamp. It'll pop up there. Fire 16. Alright, I'm gonna take the blood sword off of Furion. And I'm gonna equip Caliber again. There. That'll do actual damage. It is weird that, like, recommended guide... Oh, I want to go to this. Although, there's Mantis King. Must be the green one. Got 5 killer mantises around him. Again, see, they're just recolored, but... He's a king. He's got pink eyes and pink belly. Alright, with him out of the way, we will check... I think the weak versions were like light blue. The whole thing was light blue. We'll check the bestiary once more. And then before we get to that final area, I want to get one of these weapon skills to 16. And that guide, it was like, yeah, keep using the blood sword on yourself, and you won't kill yourself. You'll just keep healing. Killer Mantis. It's King. Yeah, so a lot of these guys are just recolors. I don't like the big rats. They're weird. I like these floating skull guys. Zombies classic. Or hardcore ones. These things are freaky. And seeing one of these things out in the desert. Again, I said this earlier today. If I'm wandering the desert and one of these giant things is out there, I'm killing myself before it gets a chance of getting to me. I'm not letting that thing get to me. Right. So we were looking at the remaining enemies here. That was 88. 89 is to be expected. That's in the final area. 92 is to be expected. It's in the final area. Same with 95. And 119 is to be expected. And then 122 to 28 are, I imagine, the final bosses of the game. They are all to be expected. So we should be good. We should have every enemy except 34, 37, 47, 60, but we have 60 anyway. 62, 64, which we have anyway. 67, which we have anyway. 69, which we have anyway. 70, 2, which we have anyway. 5, 89, okay, and then the rest that we just checked. Eating sand, yeah. Yeah, choke, yeah. I don't know, I guess, I hope I would have a knife. Alright, make a save here. File 13. And, oh yeah, let's check treasure chests. $11 out of 11. 0 out of 0, 0 out of 0. 27, 0, okay, okay. Double checking, making sure that we have all the treasure chests in the areas we've been to. Do. Good to see. And I guess we can move on. I mean, I made a save. If there's anything we need to redo, could redo it. Yeah. Going in there. Cool. But yeah, I mean, there is still the trophy for having a weapon skill reach max level, which is 16, the weird cap. And Guy's axe is like almost there. Maybe in the final stretch, we're fighting something strong enough that registers as worthy, I guess. The way this game's leveling system works, like, characters don't have levels, their skills and magics do. And basically anytime you use a stat, that stat goes up or gains experience itself, which just makes sure that it just ensures that you're doubling down on your strategy. Like, you're not going to experiment because you keep doing the same thing over and over. That same thing just gets better, and so you're decentivized from trying something else because you're weaker there. But anyway, you know, we're using the same kind of weapons. I could see I experimented early, but then I decided it's not worth it. But then, like, I feel like there's a threshold where, for the weapon skills, where it's like, if you're fighting weak things, it's not going to bother. You don't gain any experience. Guy's been stuck here. I mean, Maria's bow has been stuck at 11 forever. Maybe I should have her shoot herself? Because you can have them you can fight yourself. Let's do one battle here. Perfect. Let's knock these guys down to just one. I don't care about Leon. Its beans do a little bit of damage. Alright. You, hit yourself. You, hit yourself. You, hit yourself. You can kill them. Alright, after this one thing being done, see where we're at. Stayed the same. Alright. Why don't we go back to town, heal up, because I don't know if we get the chance. Can't land on a house. Not polite to land on someone's house. Yeah, Santa gets to, but Santa's giving people stuff. Not giving people. Alright. I wonder when in this series they stop doing the, like, world map wraps around itself. You know, okay, I get it. We're on a globe. You fly off the right, you appear on the left. I get it. But that's normally to be expected. However, if I fly all the way down at the bottom, I shouldn't wrap around at the top. That's not how spheres work. World looks flat. I mean, a flat world makes for a better fantasy world, because then you can't just, oh, we're in this corner of the map, let's just walk, you know, east, and now we're on the west side. Like, no, I want you assholes to explore and have to journey. Well, that's why I like the single continent, you know what I mean? Or the world being flat, and like, no, you just can't go that way. You just can't. Alright, sure. Journey in. Don't like the hitching that pan was doing. Alright, counter's back on. Back to the default speed. Okay. We've entered the Jade Passage. In this section, there are 14 treasure chests and 11 new enemies. Some of them we already have. Yep, I think a few of them we already have. We're gonna fight everything, collect everything. As always, check the map. Okay, I see one treasure chest all the way on the right-hand side, another in the bottom left corner. I see 3 doors. 2 of them will probably be empty. Love this water effect. I think that looks really nice. I think being able to pull this off, that style of reflection, you know what I mean? That kind of, what's the word? There's a word for, like, that kind of glittering light reflections. Whatever it is. Doing that within pixel art like this is impressive how they do it. Alright, Salamander is supposed to be new, but we've fought that thing. So I'm going to keep encounters on probably for the rest of the game. Maybe there'll probably be sections where we don't. This guy's also supposed to be new, but we fought him before. I want to make sure that we're able to find every type of enemy, and if there's a chance that I can get that weapon skill up. We'll do it. Alright, our first of 14 chests, the Hellfire. Thing we're never gonna use. One-off weapon. This worm that we caught. That says it's new. wonder if by having your characters fight themselves, and raising those stats up, if that somehow raised that threshold of like, well, now they're not getting experience for their weapon skills because they're fighting things that are too weak. Alright, let's check this door. Empty. Chimera Sphinx is 37. Okay, that one. Wizard's Jaw, we fought that guy already. $122 is the Blue Dragon. That. $33 is the Red Dragon. Just expect to fight it. Salamander. This door's gonna be empty. Yep. Again, they love having a bunch of doors on the floor, and they're all empty except one. Sometimes they're all empty anyway. I didn't see any stairs, so I imagine one of these doors leads to a room with the stairs. Eating back. Gotta remember to do that. I don't need to lean forward like I'm sitting on a stool. I don't need to. Okay, here are the stairs. Alright. New floor. I see a chest at the bottom. Bottom middle. Chest on the right. Chest top left. Let's check this door first. Empty. Okay, so Killer Mantis and Vampire Lady are not listed here as enemy encounters in this like walkthrough, this like section header. It's not; they're not listed there. Not cohesive. Another Hellfire, we don't need that. Alright, check this door up here. Ice Lizard. That was 70, okay, he's good. And then, I didn't get a chance, I think that was Mega Parasite, a 60, we've already fought those. Empty. That effect was really nice. King Behemoth, Red Dragon, Blue Dragon. The only three new enemies we have yet to encounter. So, we'll leave battles on until we get what? Arctic Wind. All these one-time use items count for. Now, know, like, it's this old JRPG kind of dilemma issue, I don't know what to call it, where like, just the basic actions of doing your normal stuff end up being good enough to the point where it's like, why am I going to use these one-time items? You know what I mean? And because fights come so frequent in games like this, it would feel like a waste. Monsters. Alright, there's the blue dragon. 600 points of damage. Crazy. He's gonna raise Guy's axe. What? We're gonna just have Guy do the fighting. Because I'm kind of nervous. It didn't move the needle. It's so frustrating. It didn't move the needle. Cat claws. Alright, 2 more doors. Probably the top right door. When that Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D thing comes out this year, I do want to get it and try it. I decided I don't want to do the 3rd game, but I've done 1 and 2. But I remember that first game, you don't have a party, you're just one guy. And I don't think that they've changed that, which is probably why they did 1 and 2 as one game, because like, that first game is pretty light on stuff to do. Yeah, the stairs going down. White dragon. Okay. Bottom on the stairs. Look at that waterfall and the reflection of the waterfall. Love it. Alright. Like a bunch of nonsense though. The one treasure chest on the whole map. And a lot of stupid doors. I thought it said camera sphinx for a second. Empty. The water hurts you. Good to know. Looks like clean water to me. Alright. Up over here. Guys. So, Red Dragon B. This is saying that they're found in treasure chest. But still, I want to do these fights. Empty. I mean, I figured this was going to be empty. It's the first, first door you come from. Second door, actually. Hitting hard. Basically, we are in keep Leon alive mode. Then I'm just babysitting him, to be honest. Maria's MP is maxed out. Good for her. Monsters. King Behemoth. Okay. Defend. Defend. You attack. Just guys doing the fighting here. Frustrating. Another rune axe. Guy can be even stronger. There's a juice sound. The waterfall that hurts you. Big worm. Look at the beetles. There's just the red dragon left for this area, and it's in the treasure chest. Speaking of which, yeah, that was the only one. This guy can't be unfriendly. If we're gonna talk to him, he's gonna turn into a monster or something. I can't, like, get up to him. I have to walk through it. Oh. He's a shop. Okay. Sure. I mean, honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter. Alright, 3 doors. I'm going to guess it's never this first door. But it's like almost a 50-50 between the last door and the middle door. Or the second to last door, technically. I'm going to guess it is the middle door. Has these stairs going down. And that the other door is empty. Okay, let's find door number 2. This one was empty. Alright, so it was the third door. E4. Okay, I see one chest. Left, chest top right. I only count 3 doors. What's up, David? Did you know the world is flat? Apparently. Apparently it is flat. Well, the reason we brought this up is the way the world map works. You know, spots. It's laid out in a square. Presumably, if it was a globe, it would make sense that when you cross over the eastern edge, you do end up popping up on the right side, which makes sense. But that same thing applies top and bottom as well. So, that's not how spheres work. Right? If you were to go up through, like, you know, the top of the map here on a sphere, you would end up coming straight down this way, you know what I mean? Because it's just a little loop, right? You just end up like there. That's how it would work. Where was that? Oh, right here. Look, betrayal fang. Knocking these guys. I'm not convinced either. Not convinced either. And I think, like, all of the early Final Fantasies have that kind of map structure. Alright, so this should be the Red Dragon. Nice. I'm gonna have everyone defend except Guy. And hope that he's gaining axe experience. He's almost at the level cap. We are at no risk of dying, except Leon. I don't care about. It has a high defense, I'll give it that. I mean, I'm sure it's supposed to be a tough boss. Level 16 magic, which is even the cap for enemies as well. There we go. There we go! Okay, guys, axe leveled up. To the cat. Good. Maria gained some good. I also gained some good. Got stupid amounts of money. Yoshi bow. There we go. Weapon tactics trophy. Alright, Maria could use that bow, I think. Oh yeah, significantly better. They're better... I mean, it doesn't really matter what, like, equipment I give them. Or too overpowered. HP 9999, yes. And I think normally... Because we're in the end game now. We're in the second to last dungeon. We're past the point of no return. I think normally it's expecting you to maybe have crested 20,000 HP. I think. Maybe. Based off, like, when Leon entered the party at the end of, you know, end of the last kind of section there, he was at, like, 50,000 HP. But the way this game's leveling system works is very weird, and it was... Like, you can exploit it very easily, and that exploit was unintended. The kind of main designer for this game. This is Final Fantasy 2. This would have been, like, 88, 89, 1989, something like that. There is no set experience points, and there is no set level for characters. Everything's on an individual basis. All these spells have their individual leveling experience. Your weapon skills have their own experience, and your stats technically have their own thing going for them. And it's as simple as using the thing. Oh, sorry, say 20,000 and then 2,000. Using the thing increases the thing. So the more you hit someone, the more your strength goes up. The more you get hit, the more your health goes up, and your, you know, kind of defense goes up. How they do the defense and the dodging and all that's weird. So using the same thing over and over again, in my opinion, is not great game design, because that's just making your one strategy get stronger and stronger to the point where you're decentivized from experimenting because everything else is going to be weak as shit, right? So why would you? How you exploit this is kind of dumb, and it's just a byproduct of the era where, like, this wasn't the era of RPGs where you get into a battle. Let's get into a battle right now. Cool. I can hit myself. I can hit my friends. I can heal enemies. I can use items that don't work, and then they're gone. Like consumables. So, like, at the very beginning of the game, we did this on the first stream. You get into a fight, you knock the guys down to 1, and then you perform a very fucked up version of Fight Club on yourself while, like, some shitty goblin watches. You kick yourself down to almost death, and then you heal yourself. And then you just rinse and repeat, and your skills are going up and up and up and up because you are fighting stronger enemies because you are going up in, like, your stats are going up. So your stats are comparing against your own stats, and you're like, oh, this is a stronger guy. Oh, this is a stronger guy. Oh, this is a stronger guy. So that by the end of that first stream, we played like maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, I'm not sure how much. And we were overpowered for the rest of the game. It's fun to like to have that kind of power fantasy of like, oh, I'm just gonna do it now, I'm super strong. Makes the game super trivial and not that fun, but this was also an era of JRPG specifically where there's just way too many options, and like the basic just fighting is gonna carry you through. Who cares? Aegis Shield might be better. Holy Lance. Use Dragon Armor. Let's see if the shield is better than a shield made of diamond. Unsorted list. Yeah, okay. 2 more defense points. Sure. I guess that was better. You know what? He is in full night mode now. Furion's in full night mode. Sure. Why not? Why not? Their evasion's going down, but I don't think. Okay. Might as well just top off the health. Yes. And then using a spell just to heal yourself is making it stronger and stronger. So you just kick yourself, near to death, and then you just heal yourself, and now your healing's even better, Like later Final Fantasies will, instead of having 1 fire spell, it'll have like 3 or maybe 4 different fire spells that are like successively better that you maybe get from leveling up later on, as opposed to like you have the fire spell and it could just get so stupidly strong just by using it over and over again right at the beginning of the game, Alright, I want to check to see. Yeah, 3 more treasure chests in this dungeon here. So it's probably 1 more room like that. I'm actually surprised we wandered into a room that wasn't empty. This is empty though. Again, game likes to just be annoying with its doors, where all but 1 will be empty. Huh. First time I've seen that spell. Ability, whatever that would be called. Last door is this. Must be the way forward. There we go. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the final 3 chests and 2 doors. I imagine this one door on our way is going to be empty. We fought all of the new enemies in this dungeon, so I could turn off the random characters. Just sprint through this. You're so close to having this game in the bag, have the platinum completed. Final trophies. The final boss. Sure. 100% the bestiary, which we're going to do. 100% of all treasure chests opened, which we're going to do. Travel to all the map locations. Next dungeon we walk into is the last spot. The chests in that dungeon and the enemies in that dungeon are the last chests of enemies. Potion. Don't need those. Back to right. I'm actually curious. Imagine that would be here. Okay. I like the design of the Mega Parasite. Again, that's a creature. If I saw that thing in real life, and like I have nowhere to go, I'm gonna try to kill myself before it gets to me, because I don't want that thing to get to me. Horrifying. Empty, yeah, of course this was empty. I don't know which I dislike more. I would dislike them for different reasons. For like a final dungeon type of scenario like this, and this type of, specifically this type of game, where the map is laid out like this. I don't know which I dislike more. Having it be just linear, like here is the line you walk. Oh, treasure chest. Oh, a door. Oh, there's nothing behind this door. It's an empty room, you know. Or the, like, stupidly over-complex labyrinth of doors and floors and staircases that take you to dead ends. Or, like, oh, there are 3 staircases on this floor that go up, and they all lead to different cornered-off sections of the next floor, and some of those have staircases. Like, I don't know if I like that more than the linear arch. This is simpler, it's boring, but then I've also seen the, again, stupid labyrinth of, like, my time is being wasted here. Granted, I could argue for both of these in a remaster like this, we can just turn encounters off. We can make it so that we move a lot faster. Yes. I opened up that chest yet? Also, they let you look at a map of the floor before you even explore. Funny. And I also need to mention, we did turn, because I don't really care that much about the challenge of these games. Not these ones. We did turn on the, like, the boost for, like, oh, we gained 4 times as much money, 4 times as much experience, like that type of stuff. Alright, hopefully this is the final floor. I mean, that looks like we're about to walk into either a boss fight or a warp to the next dungeon. Double checking. Got all 14 out of 14 chests. We fought all of the enemies the section says are in it. That's good. Oh, 100 of these guys. Yeah. Oh. It's just a regular enemy. But that is a trope I do like. I know I mentioned this earlier. I called it out, but I actually do like the, an early boss monster is now just a regular enemy later in the game because you're just that much stronger. I like that. It's a nice show of like, hey, yeah, you have gotten stronger. Here are guys that you are just stronger than. Like, I'm not that big a fan of when RPGs like scale enemy levels with you, because then it just feels like you're on a treadmill. I like the idea of going back to Route 1 in Pokemon and fighting level 2 Rattatas and killing them. You know what I mean? I would not like going back to Route 1 in Pokemon and having them be scaled to, you know, my guys, right? This is the Castle of Hell, Pandemonium. Alright, so it has Pandemonium, whatever. You could spell the word demon with an A, D-A-E-M-O-N. That's why this is throwing me off, because they did the same thing with Pandemonium. Final area, cool. Got a trophy for that. I really need to pee. Had to pee for a while now. I'm going to take a break. 3-minute break, maybe 5 minutes, so that I can get up and pee. I will be back momentarily after I've done. Okay, I am back. Final dungeon. We check the header here. There should be 10 treasure chests here and 11 enemies that are new. 11 new enemies. Okay. Neither of these two are new. There's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 enemies that are not new. Here's the Mantis Devil. Okay, this one was new. I guess, I wonder which will be the final trophy. Beating the final boss or completing the bestiary, considering that the final boss counts. Just like an echo. Oh yeah, there's many treasure chests out. Now there's one path to the or stairs. Like the stairs. Ooh, what's this? Nothing? I didn't know if we stepped on that and it was like an invisible path. Something. Death Rider, that guy's new. Okay. This is very Final Fantasy for final area, just like crystal floors and stuff like crystal walls. Mithril Golem is also new. I would imagine it might have the highest defense in the game. These golem enemies do have high defense. Of the new enemies appear as chests, or inside the chests. There's one treasure chest. It's gonna be a thing where there's like 11 floors. Can't hold anymore. I purchased them all. a warp there. Is the wind wisp things happening inside, or is that supposed to be like outside the castle? Beast Demon 34. Enemy number 34. So he's new. Ooh, got a ribbon. Traditionally, that is something that removes all like you're immune to all status effects in classic Final Fantasy. What that means? I'm assuming that's the case here. It's a random drop from a late game enemy. Now Furion can't get poisoned or cursed or anything like that. Ooh, what am I looking at? I see one chest in the middle. I also see a dead end. A couple dead ends. Alright. I guess I could have been, like, grinding up, like, a magic spells. This is just faster. An elixir. Well, those were expensive, if I recall, so... The golem. For a second there, I thought this was the Iron Giant. Not the movie. The enemy 124. Iron Giant. Guys are going to be in chests. So 1, 2, 2 random encounter enemies in addition, and then also the final boss. Right before we get to the exit. Okay, there are 4 doors here. 3 of them are... Well, one of them might have treasure. But 2 of them are, at the very least, going to be empty. And one of them will be, like, the way forward. I mean, it's not that bad when I turn encounters off, right? I might for a bit. I turn encounters off. But again, it is that, like, stupid labyrinth for a Final Fantasy. Alright, encounters are going on. Okay, so these doors both reach floor 5. What about these two doors? 6? Alright, hold on. Hold on. Alright, so this does not have any other exits. Monsters, okay. Zombie Gorgon. Is it a zombie version of a boss we had earlier? I think it is. He doesn't get a chance to do that. What's inside? Genji gloves. I mean, I keep saying, like, oh, these are traditional, you know, Final Fantasy items, but, like, this is the second game. They're traditional because they started probably a year. So the right side leads to... okay. Alright, bring it on. Ooh, Tiamat. Classic Final Fantasy. Actually, I wonder how far in the series does this boss appear? I only remembered it from the very first game back in the day, and obviously we did the Pixel Remaster. Like, does Tiamat appear in the 3rd game, you know? Oh, Leon's about to die. I love the way the bosses crumble away. It always looks sick how they do that. Leon's up and up. Genji Helm. Yeah. We'll give Maria the ribbon. He almost has Cure at max level. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, wait. Oh my god, what a sneak. We didn't have to go all the way up and around. We could have just walked through that wall. Alright, we'll turn random encounters back on. Not now, but when we go to that portal exit. Okay, monsters. Astaroth. So one of our equipped things is dealing damage to enemies passive. Oh no, Leon's been blinded. Got cooler shades on. The actual status is called darkness. Which just makes it harder to hit. Accuracy goes down. It's sand attack. To wear a ribbon too. Alright, so this is the actual way to the exit. Let's get the heck out of here. Grab this chest. Perfect. Beelzebub. The giant fly. The Lord of Flies. Armor. Four more treasure chests. We're not like at the end of it. Secret wall we can walk through, just get a bunch of stuff. I think that would be sweet. Ah, yep, right there. Alright. Counter's back on. Walk speed back to normal. Bring us back to 4-4. Sweet, her cure is maxed. We'll go with Guy. Oh, yeah. There now, Leon, you can see. It's also just spam. When the magic is full. There we go. what's here? I see one treasure chest. Back to a more linear layout. Ice, gigas, and bombs. Those are not listed. Oh no, they are. I take that back. We just need to find Devil Wolf and Iron Giant. The only enemies that we have to come across. Ages Oh. Could have used that. Oh, right. I'm gonna check the bestiary for 62. Yep, still have to find 62. 124. Okay, yeah, and then the final boss, the Emperor, is 128. Alright, I'm hoping these are random encounters we're gonna find soon. Because it was kind of disappointing to have to, at the end of Final Fantasy 1, load the save back up and find that one enemy we missed, you know, instead of having the final boss and the end of the game being like, nah, you have the platinum. I might as well make a save here. A just in case save. Because, I don't know, not that this game has done it. Oh, I can. I'd have to make a quick save. Say, not that this game has done the you walked into a room, now a scene takes over, now you're in a boss fight, oh, it's the end of the game. Like, not really expecting that to happen. But still, who knows, right? Devil Wolf floors 5 through 7. Are we on 5? We're on 7 now, so it should be there. Okay. So. We are not going to move on until we find these two enemies, because we're on floor 7 now. Well, yeah, we can't move on. We have to keep fighting guys here until we find those last two enemies. I will move the walking speed up so that we can at least get to a battle faster. Oh, fire key. That's right, the ice, fire, and thunder Gigases were all bosses. Now they're just random. Again, I like that little trope. Because that was like forever ago. There's the double wolf. Oh, that's a cool design. I'm sure we've seen this enemy type before, just not this coloration, but it is still. Alright, just iron giant left. Now we're just gonna see the double wolf. Confuse would be annoying if it was on literally anyone else other than me. He was gaining up there in health, actually, that might have. But this is the way it was that last game. There was just like one or two enemies left. We obviously missed one of them. They were rare spawns. There was a lot of just run back and forth. Iron Giant. Eventually. How much money do we have? We have 7.5 million. That are like, count. I like this background too. I like how they're kind of showing reflection. I like the way like these giant crystal tiles have almost like a translucency to them. Like you can see, oh, these are like, you know, long set in like blocks. Come on. Give me the Iron Giant. Give me Vin Diesel. Give me that movie. Come on. And it gets to like this kind of time where is there a mistake? Is this enemy not on this, not found here? But they probably are. It's just, random chance. Rolling a table, so to speak. Good to find. How many chests do we have left? Oh, 3 more. There's probably still a couple more floors, right? Yeah, Thunder Gigas, like, it shows that he's on, like, this random encounter enemy table, but we haven't seen him until literally just now. So, Iron Giant is here. You just need to wait for him. Took us a while to find the double wolves. It's funny that we're still, like, leveling up magic resistance and, accuracy or inaccuracy, evasion stuff. It's still kind of funny. I was not expecting that. I got excited. Looking at the names, whenever enemies pop up, I look at the name first, because they appear before the enemy's designed to do, the actual names, right? And I keep seeing, like, Ice Gigas and Bomb and thinking that it's the Iron Giant. Something about, like, those kind of words appearing get me confused for a millisecond or two. Another ribbon. You know what? Time. Leon also gets a ribbon. He gets one. Now only Furion can be like have status ailments on him. Come on. Almost there. Getting hungry too. I want to get this platinum out of the way so we end the stream. I am now at this point tempted to go back down a floor. Check out 5 and 6 because we had random counters off on those floors. So I am now tempted to just run around there. Oh, there he is. Alright, that's a pretty sick design. He's like a robot. Which actually, you know what? I like, because in Final Fantasy 1, the very rare enemy in like the final area of the game was the War Mech. And that was a robot, obviously. It's got red name. But I like that this dude... I'm just seeing that one red eye shining through. Makes me think robot, but I like that. Alright, let's kill him. It's given like unique boss music too. Even though it didn't have a chance to do much. Perfect. Well, there's every enemy in the game, save for the Emperor at the end. And he drops Genji armor. Nice. Alright, let's mosey on over. Random encounters are off. Let's use magic, heal ourselves up. And you know what, for fun, I'm sure everyone's magic's also maxed out. I believe this is the final floor. I don't think they're doing it. No. Oh wait, because there's 3 more chests to grab. 2 here, that one there. Alright, well we fought every enemy, so... we're gonna keep encounters off. Hey. Final chest better be... check this walkthrough. I don't want to get into a situation where we take the warp and it's like the final guy, you know, like, and that's it. Okay. I'm glad I looked. I'm very glad I looked. We missed the chest. We missed we missed one of them. And we missed it because it was hidden. Going all the way back down. Not all the way back down, but we're going back down. But no random encounters makes this a game. It's on floor 5. Oh. Oh, perfect, perfect. Going up to that top right corner. Which we need to go to the other. Alright, not to worry. We're gonna get there. That's why they had this big, long path that led to nothing. Because you can walk through that wall. Ooh, awesome moon. Alright, there's the trophy for the final chest. Alright. Forward. that Leon there gets to use Excalibur. But you know what? Leon gets to use both. Cool. And you know what? They do show on the wall that it's possible. Like, they do hint at it. It isn't completely, like, stupidly hidden. Alright, I accept it. Alright, now let's get back to the end. Now we're continuing. Alright, we caught back up. We got all the treasure chests. All the enemies except for the final boss. Imagine this is the final room. Oh, hell yes. Look at this. This is cool. The design of this place. You have braved the bowels of hell to reach me, but the hand of man which deals in false justice and forsaken love can never hope to defeat the Lord Master of Hell. That's a cool design for the final boss. He's like emerging out of like some shadow stuff. Sure. Let's cast haste on all of us. You know what? Let's get all this. Let's cast Aura on all of us. Haste on all of us. Berserk on all of us. Protect. No. And blink. No attack. basically being there. Honestly, that would have been decent damage if we were like normally leveled. That would have been pretty big. Wow, Masamune does a lot of damage and Excalibur not as much. Granted, it's in his offhand. I like his scepter, or whatever. No real risk of dying. Cast all those spells, so we're pretty safe. We're also like, you know, juiced. Get the final hit. Nice, Dispel just missed. And this is a very final boss thing to do, to constantly just be dispelling your stuff. Oh shit. Huge. Healed him too. There we go. Furion did get the final hit. I like when the main character. Cool. Disintegrating. Like all the other bosses, but a little bit different. Unbelievable. Defeated by insects like you, not once, but twice. Who are you? And he died. This was before, like, Final Fantasy final bosses had, like, 7 million phases. Done. Now let's get out of here. Yeah, does this Hell Castle, like, stay? Finally over, isn't it? It was a long struggle, but with the Emperor gone, we've nothing left to fear. Thank you, with all my heart I thank you. A lot of people died in this game. The combined strength of Kashan and Finn, we will build a kingdom, and we will build the kingdom. Together, Princess, we will create a kingdom even fairer than the old. Though once a coward, I now stand here a man. Still a coward. You didn't do anything. I have all you to thank for that. You have my deepest gratitude. I'm sure Scott is smiling down on me from above. I forgot. Look at you. Realize what you've done? Who am I supposed to steal from with the Empire gone? You put me out of a job. Guess I'll just have to start stealing from you. Better watch your backs. Okay. Who some of these people are? I remember Pyro Lady. I wish she was with us and not, you know. You sure showed him, Furion. Every bit of bloke I pegged you for. If you ever feel like trying your hand at pirating, what not sit well with you, Maria? Aha, looks like your next battle's already begun. Who is Nelly? You did it. I'm sure my dad's happy for you too, up there above the clouds. Oh, right. We rescued her and then he died. I'm going to be working here, serving the princess. I just want to do whatever I can to help out. A safe job. Joseph! We must now dedicate ourselves to the task of restoring what was lost. Farewell. Words can... What do you mean farewell? We're not leaving. I mean, I'm leaving. Game's done. Words cannot express my gratitude to you all. War finally over. Yes. We can all live in peace again together. Right, Leon? This jackass. There can be no going back, not for all of us. Why? Don't go, Furion. Stop him. Oh, don't go. Furion, stop him. Ria and Leon is right. We've been through too much. Can't stop him. Not now. Leon, we'll meet again. Oh yeah, the ghosts of all the people that died. Well, we should be going too. This is only the beginning. That's kind of funny. Like, were they expecting to do a sequel to this? Like, by phrasing, you know, we'll meet again. Just the beginning. Long struggle will come to the end. The Emperor, Pandemonium. Monsters plaguing the world. I like how jittery this panning is. All had vanished without a trace. Peace had returned once more. Wounds of war would mend. Memory of those bitter days would fade. One thing would never be forgotten. And a band of young heroes saved the world. You can use a stroke around this text here for the scene. Drop shadow's not enough with a white background sometimes. Oh, that was it. Oh, they did this for the credits for the first game. Like the... I don't think we're in space, but necessarily, but just like crystals, you know? Well, it's cool. Then after the credits, it will give the trophy for beating the game, like the first game did. And that will be the platinum. Very nice. Yeah, I like this game fine. We talked about it at the end-ish of the last stream. But, like, there's a story here that is, like, very, lightly touched. Like, yeah, I don't know, you know, memory on the cartridges limits your text, so therefore couldn't necessarily have, you know, endless dialogue and monologues and you know, and drama, even if you wanted to back then on the Famicom in 88 or whenever this game came out. I get it. Or 89 maybe. But still, like, there's moments in this game where it's like, oh, we're just moving on this, we're moving right past. We're not going to acknowledge stuff that had happened, you know, stuff like that. Maybe you wouldn't want to, out of fear that you might be boring players, but there's a lot in this story that, point being that, like, a true remake, like a reimagining of this game might actually, you know, wouldn't just be for the sake of a cash grab, you know. I had mentioned Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, full name of that game, being like this weird, like, pseudo remake of the first Final Fantasy, sort of. I never finished it. I think the idea was that it led into Final Fantasy 1, or like, because that game had a time loop in it, and memory loss and stuff. It was very ambitious for an 87 game or whatever. Point being that, like, this game has a better story than the first one. The first one kind of just hits you with a story right at the end, being like, oh yeah, and you went back and you're gone back in time, and by defeating the bad guy, you closed the loop, but then now you don't exist anymore, and all this stuff's just shoved at you right at the end. I'm like, oh, okay. This game has characters, right? You're not just making dudes. You have actual characters. A lot of them die. A remake of this game, for the sake of the story, would be interesting. And honest to God, I would love a remake of this game, not necessarily in the Final Fantasy VII remake style. It doesn't have to be that expensive. But a remake of this game, story-wise, yes, as I just mentioned, but for like the combat, double down on the way this combat works. Like, this game is basically only known for being the weird one with the weird leveling system. Don't change it. Don't, like, fix it. You know what I mean? It didn't for this, obviously. Don't fix it. Double down on it. Try to find it fun. Now, like I mentioned earlier in this stream, the Saga games, to my knowledge, which I've never played any of these Saga games, those Squaresoft games and their remasters and remakes and blah, blah, blah. I own a bunch of them, never touched any of them. From what I've been told, or I've heard, or read, or my understanding, is that they kind of generally follow this game's style of leveling. So if that's the case, then I don't know if a remake of this game doubling down would be that unique to the big squareheads that have the luxury of playing all of these games. I wish I had the time. But yeah, that's right. I wanted to rank these games as we're playing through them all. This one I rank above the first one. I like that twist of the time travel aspect, but it's very much like a serious and boring take on Dragon Quest. That first Dragon Quest game is charming, is a little silly, has wonderful enemy designs, and is simple. First Final Fantasy is simple, but is on a stupidly dark quest without really much to back it. You know what I mean? I think a lot of the enemies as they're drawn in this style are cool, but I mean, it's not that exciting. This second game has characters, has a story. I want there to be more. I would like the Emperor to be, like, you know, more prevalent so that you can hate him more, you know? I like his design, but that's about it. Right? And I find this leveling system weird and neat. And as we move on to Final Fantasy III, I've never played that game before. That game has never been in English in its original form. It has had the DS remake. 3 and 4 had remakes on the DS, but they changed so much about those games that I would consider those to be different. And that's the only version we got in America. And that DS version was then ported to PSP. Weirdly, I think just so that they can say every Final Fantasy at that point in time is on a PlayStation system for their 25th anniversary thing, 20th anniversary thing. Or I wish I would buy that if I could find that for not $1,000. That collection of the first 13 Final Fantasies all on discs in their special wrapping. Neat. And then yeah, Steam has, I don't know if they still sell it, but because this remaster collection replaces essentially the need to have those DS HD versions, right? Because they also put those on phones. Point being, I've never played 3, and I'm interested. 3 is, I think, more similar to the first game in that I don't know if you actually have characters with a story, versus like you are 4 kids, and you get to, you know, mess around with the different job classes in the game and that type of stuff. So I'm excited to hop into that. That'll be the next Final Fantasy we do. And then after that's 4, a game I have played and beaten before. I love Final Fantasy 4 a lot. I think Final Fantasy 4 is a perfect introduction to JRPGs for people, especially younger people. Less than 20 hours to do everything in that game. It is brisk, to the point. Has characters with a story like this game, but a little bit more to it, and it actually uses the Final Fantasy IV actually uses the RPG mechanics of a video game of its vintage to its story, which is neat. You know, it actually is like, okay, I don't want to spoil anything. We'll get to that game eventually. We have to do Final Fantasy III first. which, if I read correctly, is a little bit longer than this game in terms of its platinum. I'll have to take a look. All these Pixel Remasters have the general setup of open all the treasure chests, fight all the enemies, visit all the locations, get a lot of money, and then, like, this game had weapon level 16, magic level 16 trophies. I'm sure Final Fantasy 3 has some sort of equivalent of, like, master a job class or something like that. I don't know. These are long credits. A lot of people touched these remasters. I didn't even look to see when remakes and remasters come along. I always like to look in the credits, and I haven't been for this, to see, do they credit the original people who made the original game who might not be there anymore. That's like a big sticking point with Nintendo fans, where, like, oh, Metroid Prime Remastered comes out. It does not credit the original staff on that original game. It credits the people who did the remaster only, which is lame, right? You would not have a game to remaster if you did not have the game in the first place. But for a lot of the case with some of this early Square stuff and even early Nintendo stuff, some of those people still work there, so they're being credited in some capacity, right? There's a weird level of politics that studios have and companies have with crediting, where it is a weirdly pride-based thing. That's why you have a lot of the early Japanese composers leaving their companies, starting their own smaller companies, and be like, you want me to compose music for you? You have to go through my company, and here are my terms. And, like, that's how they get better credits. That's how they get better, what's the word? Royalties off of music sales. You know what I mean? Like, instead of going on Spotify and seeing Capcom be listed as the composer of just an entire Street Fighter soundtrack, you actually have all those people credited, because oftentimes they don't work at that company. They're being brought in. But alright, we should be seeing the final trophy pop up and the platinum. The end. I like that. I like that font work there, that crystal pixel font work. The end. I had to press the X button there. Save data, save completed game data. Yes, please. Why not? Cool. There we go. War's End. There's that trophy. Silver trophy for beating the game. Master of 2. Platinum. Wonderful. All right. Well, that will do it for today's Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster PS4 Trophy Hunting Part 4 finale stream. Please like the video if you liked it. Comment below if you're watching this later and also enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about Final Fantasy II. This was a bigger surprise for me how much better a game it is than the first one. And I'm excited to move on to the third Final Fantasy when we go around the block once more. The next stream for Trophy Hunting is Kingdom Hearts 1 Finale, and I finished the stream early enough. I will be doing that stream later today, so keep an eye out on the feed. It should be appearing same day later on if you're watching as a VOD. Yes, Kingdom Hearts 1 Platinum will be done later today, and then we'll rotate back around to Metal Gear. We did Metal Gear Solid's Platinum. We did that finale last week. So then I guess next Sunday or Saturday, one of the two, I'm not sure what I have it scheduled for, is Metal Gear Solid 2. We're going to be starting / continuing my save file on the PlayStation 3 version, so not the Master Collection. We are doing 5 playthroughs of that game, holding up every single guard. I will have a stupid spreadsheet for that game. And other things we need to do in that game as well. That's going to be the longest game we platinum for sure. But yeah, so next Final Fantasy we go around will be Final Fantasy 3. I'm excited for that one. I've never played it, like I said. So stay tuned. Please subscribe to the S-Rank channel. I really appreciate it. New episodes of the Sonic Movie Show go up generally once a week. We are recording an episode tomorrow Gonna be a lot of fun. It's our season finale part 2 for our big movie draft competition. And then we gotta draft a new season. That'll be soonish. There'll be other episodes on the wings. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.